Hello and welcome. In this video, we will discover the 10 sacrifices you need to make to escape poverty. The future has many names. For the weak, it is unattainable. For the fearful, it is unknown. For the bold, it is ideal. Victor Hugo. Who you are determines what you can do. Leafing through the pages of your life in poverty is not something you deserve unless you are not ready to sacrifice. Without pain, without sacrifice, we would have nothing. Fight Club. You need to keep a burning coil under your ass to wear Louis Vuitton in your feet. So what would you prefer, a journey with or without LV? Live a couple of years of your life like many people will not, and then spend the rest of your life like many people cannot. Escape poverty to embrace richness. Escape poverty to know what luxury is. Escape poverty because you are not entitled to it. Feeling difficulty in escaping poverty? Well, follow my lead and make some sacrifices now to not make any in the future. But just before, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to download your free book on financial freedom by clicking on the link in the description below. 1. Leave your comfort zone. Somehow you were afraid I might say this. I knew it, but man, you gotta do this. T. Arrigo stated this beautifully in just 2 sentences. The hardest thing to do is leaving your comfort zone. But you have to let go of the life you are familiar with and take the risk of the life you dream about. It's no big deal if trying out new things makes you worried or anxious. Science already proves that, so nothing new with you. Staying in the comfort zone is like making excuses and lying to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Tell yourself what you want. Take risks. Step out of your comfort zone. Discomfort may be a doorway you shouldn't run away from, is something Joseph Deitch thinks, and I think he thinks right. Remember, magic always happens when you take a step ahead. At the end of your comfort zone begins the learning zone, and with learning zone, you enter the earning zone. And that is our motive, people. If you are too comfortable, it's time to move on. Terrified of what's next? You're on the right track. Anonymous. 2. Curtail your shopping list. Rebecca Bloomwood. I've always wished to be like her. I'm a big fan of the Shopaholic series. But being a fan and imagining you could afford to be like her and someday some miracle would happen with you as well and take you out of all the debts is nothing but a mere illusion. The clouds on your brains and eyes are needed to be poured out to get clear. Your credit card can afford does not at all mean that you can afford too. We all do that, you know. Go shopping, have a list in hand or in mind, but always end up with certain things that are unnecessary, and you got them because what? Did they appeal to you or the brands played with you? You don't need to carry a bag full of perfumes, clothes, shoes, and cosmetics with no needs. You already have enough in your closet, I'm sure. Sometimes if you feel like shopping something extra, something that is not on your list, go buy yourself some nice books. Kate Flanders writes about her journey of paying her debts in her book, The Year of Less, and narrates how cutting back on shopping for a year helped her. Be mindful, always make a list, and set a budget before you go out for grocery shopping. Do not sneak into any unnecessary departments. Always check how much you spent after you return from shopping. A big sacrifice it is, especially if you wish to be Bloomwood, but believe me, it'll be worth making the sacrifice. 3. Cut back your phone bills. Ask yourself, how much do you spend on cell phone bills each month? Now, calculate the percentage from your per-month wage. Shocking, isn't it? According to Fox Business, an average American spends around $80 per month on their cell phone bills. Leave aside the landline you own. Some Americans even spend around more than $100 per month, while the average salary of a person living in poverty is just $1,000. So that makes 10% of the salary. Too much for a phone bill, right? So people, to escape poverty, cut back on your phone bills. Set a budget for it too. Use Wi-Fi whenever available. Don't pay for apps you don't think you need. Say no to contract phones. Avail your employee discount. And there is pretty much more you can do to minimize the average monthly bill cost. Try it and let me know if it helped. Believe me, you'll even in less. That is what sacrifice means. 4. Restrict your time with friends and family. Big sacrifice I'm asking for, ain't I? Well, believe me, friends, it's for your own betterment. I am not refraining you completely to visit your parents, siblings, relatives, cousins, and friends. What I am asking for is to limit the number of hours you spend with them. Last time I was invited by a cousin to party at his place. I was stuck up with some crazy party animals throughout the night who were nothing but just entitled mindset jerks. I wasted those precious hours that I could have spent sleeping or working on something fruitful. This happens with most of us. We need to limit and restrict the hours we give our friends or family each week. Rather, use those precious hours for things that will repay you. Although cliche, but time is money has never failed to inspire me to achieve my dreams. I think of the phrase, and the first thing that comes to mind is to utilize it at places that could be worth it. The other things could be delayed for a while. 5. Time. Do you really think you can escape poverty if you stick to your 9-to-5 schedule? I don't think you can. Ask all the successful people out there how they managed to reach the state that they're at. And one of their answers would be that they worked day and night. They did double jobs until they were capable enough to invest in some business plans that led them to their current prestige. You would have to give up the luxury of the 8 hours a day and 40 hours a week job. You'll have to kiss that comfort goodbye. Time isn't the main thing, it's the only thing. Miles Davis. Yes, it is the only thing that you have to achieve your dreams. A little sacrifice would be worth making if you actually desire to earn a better life. The Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki says, "Success takes an investment in time, dedication, and sacrifice. This is true education. It is a process." 6. Simply living your life. As you simplify your life, the laws of the universe be simpler. Solitude will not be solitude, poverty will not be poverty, nor weakness weakness. Henry David Thoreau. Mr. Thoreau made the job easy for me. Our focus here is poverty. Now read him again. Poverty will not be poverty. So when exactly were you thinking to make your life simple? Tom Shea, the CEO of Crimcheck, reveals the story behind his success. He tells how simplifying the lifestyle helped him build assets and wealth. He says you cannot have lifestyle and wealth together. Only one thing stays, and now his sacrifices are paying off huge. Fill your life with lots of experiences, not lots of things. Have incredible stories to tell, not incredible clutter in your closet. Mark and Angel. 7. Miss the usual for the unusual. You will see many good opportunities knocking at your door, but you miss them. Better is better than good. Look for the opportunities that yield high results. Warren Buffett misses hundreds of opportunities and says yes to rarely any one of them. He says, "The difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything." I might sound bizarre, you might think my sanity has fled somewhere. This is a much practiced attitude, and also a very rare one. But with this mindset, get ready to see the rare. It's easy to settle for a good life, but not easy to settle for a better life. For that, you have to make sacrifices. You have to say no to many usual coming your way so that you get a chance for an unusual one. 8. Increase your knowledge. Read books, people. I think you must have noticed by now that this is something I recommend most of the time. Even if you're not a keen observer or you do not remember what you read, just note down one thing that I say. There is always some passive learning, if not active, when you read books. Even if you just thumb through the pages and do not read between the lines, then even you will gain something or the other thing. Until I feared I would lose it, I never loved to read. One does not love breathing. Harper Lee. Books not only make you knowledgeable, but they also make you fearless. And when the fear of failing leaves your soul, you are a prosperous bird. Books diversify your thoughts, they make you intellectual. Jim Rohn thinks if one wants to seek above the ordinary, it is essential for them to read books. If you don't like to read, this would for sure be a sacrifice for you. But sacrificing something to live up your dreams is always better than sacrificing your dreams. 8. No more conking out. I'd start by quoting Eric Thomas here. You can't sleep, broke people sleep. You've got to be willing to sacrifice sleep. If you sleep, you may miss the opportunity to be successful. How many times do you tap the snooze button of your alarm to sleep? Don't you think your dream worth more than your sleep? Sleep is essential for a healthy body. I would never recommend you to put your health at stake, but oversleeping, just because you can, is no option. Sleepy people piss off Eric Thomas to the extent that I have another of his quotes to quote, Most of you don't want success as much as you want sleep. You're watching this video because I'm sure you're willing to escape poverty, right? Well, to be honest, I'm glad. Now, when you took the first step, the second one should be easy. Sacrifice your sleep, people, for success is at the peak of a steeple. 10. No more television, video games, or social media noise. Whoa, I stepped on your kryptonite, I guess. But these things eat your time just like termites eat the wood. Yes, give up video games, no more social media distractions, and limit your screen time. Rather, read. You live 1,000 lives when you read, says George R.R. Martin. You waste your time, your money, your health, you become isolated, you get lazy, your ability to resolve conflicts is badly affected, they distract you from achieving your goals, your relationships are in danger, and they give you zero accomplishments, simply zero. You don't deserve to be poor, be wise, and make this sacrifice. Bottom line, well, today I thought I'd get a bit poetic with you. Let us keep aside the general summing up lines, let us get rhythmic. Who knows? These rhythms stay with you forever and help you in saying goodbye to your poverty. Sacrifice will make you suffice in the world where prevails high price. Take some simple advice, cut short and concise, cut back device. Don't be too much Mr. Nice. Think of your first rice. Underprice, till you think it's the right time to overprice. Be wise and precise. Think twice or even thrice to make this world your paradise. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, comment, and especially subscribe to the channel. You're also free to receive the new book, 5 Steps to Reach Financial Freedom, by clicking on the link in the description below the video.